idiots.
We're actually going to, at the end of this episode, shoot crack. Okay? Kind of a taste test, if you will.
How to shoot crack. It's going to be a 2-minute video, just you with a belt, me, and just going, do it. Do it!
It's not even that, it's just me. Massive cardiac arrest. You just running around the room like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Who's going to tie me up now? Who's going to fucking...
Yeah, it's my turn. Isn't this my luck? Isn't this my luck? There are many topics and concepts we are all familiar with, but aren't exactly sure how they work. Each week, Alan Fitzgerald and I choose a topic and try our best to explain it. This is Explaining Things. All right, welcome back to another episode of Explaining Things. As always, I'm your host, Jonathan Tilson, with my co-host, Alan Fitzgerald.
I'm also here.
Alan, how do you sell crack?
Well, by making crack
Yeah,
and finding crackheads.
Yeah?
That's most of it, I think.
Yeah.
Product kind of sells itself.
Episode over.
It's true, dude. You just go to an area with crack, like, look, I'm selling crack now, too.
Yeah.
You bring a piece.
Do you think you in your current form would be an effective crack dealer?
Well, I used to sell timeshare packages.
How difficult can it be?
Well, it was like a vacation thing. I would try to sell you over the phone a vacation package, a heavy discount. You go to a resort, and the guy tries to sell you a timeshare. You sit for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, but you get a decent price on a decent kind of thing. If I sold that horse shit, I could definitely sell crack.
Crack has an instant benefit. You don't have to wait on it. You don't have to see if it's
A little
real.
too instant. 15 minutes later, you're like, fuck.
I need more crack.
I need more crack.
Yeah.
So, you know what? That's what you do. You sell them crack, then you wait 15 minutes and sell them more crack.
Well, let's say you're a new kid on the block. All right? They already have their crack sources. You're a new guy.
You're going to need to get actual money for most of the crack you sell, okay?
That's right.
Don't be one of these rookies getting their dick sucked all the time. Next thing you know, your overhead is twice as much.
Are you going to make your crack, or are you going to be somewhere underneath a bigger dealer who sells you crack?
I'd like to make my own crack.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, partner, I'll have someone make the crack for me. Now, you can make the crack, and I'll sell the crack.
Now I have to Google how to make crack.
Well, you're the best cook out of the two of us, so...
I think this is one, in my limited knowledge of drug dealing. First one's free. That's a good little one to do. You know, give little samplers, and it's good shit, and now you got them.
That's for people who aren't already addicted to crack. So if you're talking high school kids, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, hey, free crack, come back to me when you want more crack.
I'm not saying we're going to be ethical crack dealers. You know, I imagine many of them aren't ethical at all.
I think that's how you become a broke crack dealer.
Kids?
Ethical crack dealer.
Oh, absolutely. Don't get high on your own supply. That goes without saying with crack.
Yeah, that means you have to buy crack from someone else.
Yeah. But also,
what's the point of that?
Crack is a hardcore enough drug where it's tough to be organized enough to be an effective dealer if you're doing it. Like cocaine, still same thing. Don't get high on your own supply. But, you know, you are kind of becoming uber efficient. If you take periodic toots, I think you can do it. So you got to go to the right neighborhood. You're not selling crack in a nice neighborhood.
No,
you unfortunately have to go to a poor place.
Yeah.
In a city, most likely.
Yeah, selling crack in the suburbs is kind of hard.
It's difficult.
People don't like it.
They don't like it at all.
They're not,
They call the cops, like, immediately.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing? You're just like, I'm just a businessman here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is why I'm for small government.
That's right. I'm a small business owner, and you're trying to keep me down. Thank you, Walmart. I'm just lucky Walmart doesn't sell crack.
Yeah. Too bad, because the employees would buy so much of it.
Oh, they would. They'd be big spenders. You're telling me I get 15% off crack? But are you going to be a street corner guy? Street corner with a
Glock?
With a coat?
With
a coat full of drugs?
With a Glock, just chilling. You lift your shirt up and show anyone the Glock when they go, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
I'm taking this territory. Listen, biatch. You gotta talk like that. You gotta be, listen, biatch. You listen to me, and you listen good, biatch.
This turf is mine.
Here's the strap in case you're wondering what's up. Back off, ho. All right, so you're out on the corner. You've got your gun. You've got your do-rag. You've got your hat to the side so people know you're legitimate.
These are important details.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of a job interview, being a crack dealer.
Yeah, you want to look approachable but feared.
Also, your clothes should match too. That's important for some reason.
Yeah, because if your clothes don't match, you've got bad crack.
Yeah, my clothes match. I've got my crack. I've got my gun that I hold sideways at biatches who come up to me and try to take my turf.
I can't even imagine a world where I would try to buy crack from a man whose hat brim doesn't match his shoelaces.
Yeah.
Be like, is this amateur hour?
That's bad crack.
This is bad crack.
You got to cook it with baking soda and something else.
I know the baking soda part. So you're taking
Everyone knows the baking soda
you're
part.
taking blow and you're cooking it with baking soda and something.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's just a way unhealthier cocaine.
And you're smoking it too, so you're ruining your teeth and your fucking throat.
Can you inject crack?
You can shoot crack.
Okay.
I found that out.
Hear that, kids?
You can shoot crack.
Yeah.
Don't shoot crack, but you can shoot crack. Anyway, this isn't how we expected our last episode of explaining things to go.
So you got to decide what kind of a dealer you want to be, and you always have to start small. All right. I mean, if you just make your own crack and you just start trying to deal without any relationships out there, you're up against a wall.
Oh yeah, people are gonna come up to you.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're gonna be like, "Hey, really quickly, if you keep doing this, I'm gonna shoot you in the face.
We're gonna kill you.
We're gonna
kill you. So should you ideally start working for someone else first, and then on the side maybe start doing the crack, and then fucking disband from the syndicate and use your relationships?
form alliances with other people. Take them with you.
Take them with you. Business 101. Scummy business 101.
Yeah, but it's crack, so it's
But
just
it's
regular
crack,
business.
so it's expected.
That's fine.
And then once you have a couple of henchmen, fucking bam, we got protection. Got to take chances.
Got to spend money to make money.
You got to spend money to make money. You got to endanger yourself sometimes to
All
make
right.
money.
You know how sometimes people will have like small cake businesses they run out of their home? Mm-hmm. Go to some crackheads and be like, listen, you can, if you'd like, you can just come to my house and pick up crack. I make it myself.
I imagine there's a reason why most people try not to do that.
Well, because you have to let crackheads in your house.
Then it becomes a crack house.
I'll have a place above that's strictly a no crack zone.
But you can't have them come to your home. You don't want them knowing where you live.
I have a lock on the door.
Guess who's going to rob you?
I got a
They're like, I'll
piece.
bet you anything the rest of his crack is here. Your crack operation is amateur hour.
I got a big lock on the door.
You got to take an economics class.
I dropped out of economics.
I took crackhead psychology for 2 years in college.
Oh yeah? How'd that work out?
I know exactly how they operate.
Yeah, so does everybody.
I know how they operate.
Give them crack and they
Staggering
operate.
around. Yeah. All sleepy before they get their pipe.
Yeah, selling VCRs that don't work.
Yeah, they do steal too. That's another reason you don't want crackheads in your home. Mm-hmm. They steal.
Well, that's the whole thing, is there's going to be a non-crack zone. And I'll just have to rib like, hey, listen, it's a non-crack zone, so you're not allowed to do any crack-related crime.
This side of the dining room is a no crack zone, okay? And if there's one thing I know about crackheads, you follow the rules.
Okay, my Nana doesn't need to hear about any of this.
You're living in your grandmother's house. Oh, that's just Alan. He's just playing with his friends, even the jittery one. His friends are so sleepy when they come here, and then when they leave.
I guess he makes a heck of a cup of coffee.
I never smell the coffee, though. I just smell that terrible burnt smell.
Crack, everyone.
Crack.
Crack.
Don't get high on your own supply.
Don't get high on your own supply. You need a gun to take care of yourself. You need to look cool.
Yeah.
Baggy jeans.
Baggy jeans. Yeah.
Hooded sweatshirt.
Absolutely. What Alan's trying to say is dress like a black guy from 1994.
Yeah. Remember when the movie Speed was out?
Remember
you
those
looked
times?
around?
Those were good times.
And you saw black people in the movie theater?
That's right.
Dressed like them.
Dress like Dennis Hopper is still alive. I think the biggest thing is you have to be part of the community. And if you're going to stand on a street corner, you can expect to get murdered.
So you need a crew.
You need a crew.
Preferably what you do is you murder all the old crack dealers that used to be on that turf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Because then people won't mess with you.
Yeah, I was just watching the Gotti doc, and he shot the fucking Don before him. And then you become the Don, baby.
Oh, it's that goddamn easy.
It's that easy. It's like when you read about tyrants, like back in the day, where it's like, oh, I killed the leader, so I am now the leader.
You know what? It kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Like, why wasn't John Wilkes Booth president after he shot Lincoln?
He should have been. Was he deemed insane? Do you have to be? Are you automatically in this country? Are you deemed insane if you shoot a president?
I think they only called you insane back then if you were a homosexual or like a woman who wanted to vote.
Yeah. Well, he was in theater. Oh my God, this one's so homosexual, he shot a president. That's all kinds of insane. Yeah, but I feel like now you have to be, if you try to assassinate a president, you're deemed insane. And it's like, I'm too lazy, but I can think of a couple good reasons right off the top of my head.
I'm not insane, okay? I just want to fuck 14-year-old Jodie Foster.
Yeah, okay.
All right?
What's less insane than that? Have you seen that movie? Find a good street corner in a poor neighborhood. Get a crack source. Start asking around. Don't seem like a narc.
I thought you were going to say crack sword for a second for some reason.
I need a crack sword. You're the new guy. You have no gun. You have a sword.
This is my crack sword.
You're like, no one will defeat me. Gunshot to the head.
Look the part, act the part, be the part. Have a crew, yo.
There have to not be that many white crack dealers, right?
There's plenty.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Are they kind of Eminem-ish? Are they kind of immersed in the culture?
I think it's hood culture.
Hood culture.
That you have to... now we sound like we're guests on the Ben Shapiro show.
Excuse me, Ben, I'd like to correct you. It's actually hood culture now. Let me put it like this. I think you had to grow up in the city that you're selling it.
Well, there's no, like, crack dealers who, like, grew up rich.
Exactly. I'm saying, like, I don't think you can move somewhere at 18, take a bus ride to Chicago, and then become a crack dealer.
No.
I think you have to have the childhood relationships in that area.
I mean, you can't just walk around with your father's hunting rifle. Hold up, buddy. If this can kill an elk, it can kill you. All right? Fuck off.
You're not better than an elk. Elks don't smoke crack.
I think we've figured this out. You make the crack. You have someone in charge of making the crack. You're selling the crack. And, of course, you have 2 or 3 other friends.
You need 2 or 3 other friends. And you have to be, I really think you have to be willing to risk your life to do this. I just mean from other drug dealers. And you might even have to be willing to kill a man to make sure the turf is actually yours.
Kill a few men because th've probably got their own posse.
They've got buddies.
You got to murder all them, take over their crack plot. Then you got to charge. You might charge more than them. Like, if you ever have someone buy a place you're living at and they just raise the rent right out the bat?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but crack is now $20.
What you do is you sell it for cheaper than what they're normal to, then you kill the guy who sells it for more expensive than you, and then you start to raise your rate.
You pull a Walmart or a Starbucks?
Yeah, you do. That's exactly what you do.
Smart.
Yeah. And then, you have a good little run until the next guy comes along. And that's how you sell crack.
Crack.